Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? Hey, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. What do we want to start out with tonight? Hold on, I forgot to swap my screen here. Let's see. There we go. Better. I play thrash. Not really. I love it, but I can't like play up to speed like I'd like to. I'd love to do like Holy Wars and stuff like that. That's like a... But I just can't get it up to speed. I'm like relatively new to like trying to play all that. I didn't get into like thrash metal till like a year ago. I am the last person you need to come to when it comes to music theory. I know chord shapes and I know how to do my fingers with like scales and like where they correspond with the chords. Um, but most of them I probably couldn't tell you what the actual like chords are. Um, so I would just look up learning your scales and whatnot, and over time you'll kind of figure out, okay, this is what goes with what. Kind of an easy like rule of thumb I've figured out is whatever your like power chord is up on the top strings, that scale that goes straight down from that is going to correspond that with that chord. So I think this is an A power chord, which is the same as playing it down here. So anything that is within that scale, that pentatonic box, will correspond with that chord. So, nutshell, I learned the chords for it a long time ago. Um, I don't really remember it. I know some other stuff from Alice in Chains. Kind of a mix. Kind of a mix. For me, it's when I'm learning songs, it I kind of like go back and forth between tutorial videos on YouTube and using tabs on Songster. It kind of depends on what I can find, and also how complicated the song is. Because sometimes it's easier for me to pick up. Like if it's easier, I can look at the tabs. When it comes to the actual like rhythm of something, and I need to get a little bit more in depth with it, I'll probably watch a video of someone playing so I can figure out where they're putting their fingers, and then I may go back to the tab and then slow it down, and then I just repeat, repeat, repeat. I was actually doing that today. I was working on a Greta Van Fleet song, and it conceptually not hard, the riff, but I was having trouble with the phrasing and the rhythm, or whatever you call it. Um, so that's uh, that's kind of my workflow. I can pick out chords by ear, and I can pick out like the scale that they're in. But if it comes to like individual like notes for solos, beyond basic stuff, I'm a little lost there. So I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more help to get through it. Also, if I just want to learn something a lot faster. Um, there's no buzz coming from my amp, so I'm actually running two noise cancellations on my digital amp right now. I'm running the 5034 Fluff amp from ML Sound Lab. It's a digital amp that's running through GarageBand and built within the amp, or like is like a built-in pedal board. So in there, I have noise cancellation turned on there, and then within GarageBand, I have a second noise cancellation on top of that. Hey, thank you, Daryl. Appreciate the roses. So if I was gonna walk that back, if I turned off the first noise gate, the first noise cancellation, you can probably hear it a little bit there. I can hear it in my headphones. Then if I go into the amp itself, let's see, and then I turn the second noise gate off, it's unbearable. You can't hear anything. So I've got two noise gates on, and somehow I'm still able to get a pretty good kind of crunchy sound coming through there. Which I'm also live on YouTube right now too. Let's see how that's going. Looks like the stream's holding up, so fingers crossed it stays up the rest of the night. But yeah, you guys go check that out too if you're looking, if you want to watch a little bit higher quality stream over there. Any advice for someone who's been playing a year? I've been playing a little over 4 years. I started when I was 20, so like a lot later in life. And I'm almost 25. I'm getting old. I'm getting very old. So within my first year, I was able to play, and really that first year was like my biggest like growth year in terms of teaching myself. Also, probably the most time I put into actually like teaching myself. So one thing I got into after my first year was I kind of broadened out into a little bit more like Van Halen kind of like styles and whatnot. More finger tapping. Again, it kind of depends on like what do you want to play? Do you want to play thrash? If so, you're going to need to work on your picking hand and getting that like really loose, which is something I'm not good with. Or do you want to do some of the more like flashy stuff like Van Halen where he's doing the kind of stuff like that. It depends on what you're trying to play, but I would go and find those artists that are the big bands of whatever kind of style you're wanting to play, and just over time start learn the notes, learn the concept of it, and then over time practicing, you'll eventually get it. Like for example, Hot for Teacher, which is what I was just playing, my fingers, like I had to stretch my fingers out. My hands aren't very big, and plus it's just kind of a weird shape to be playing. And just over time I was able to like get comfortable with it. Now it's like second nature. I could put my hands in position and I know what to do. Let's see. been working on a new Greta Van Fleet song. Um, Trying to get that main riff down to Falling Sky. I saw them live over a week ago. Gene Spirit, how's that go? What is it? There we go. Hey, appreciate it. Any Motley Crue? Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Let me tune down. How did I learn to play? YouTube videos were a big thing for me. Marty Music is a great like beginner teacher on YouTube. Hey, thank you so much. He kind of he has lots of different videos on YouTube. I think he has different playlists and stuff that also kind of like guide you through it, where it's like, oh, here's beginner chords, here's beginner scales to learn, things like that. Also, different styles. I would definitely look him up for sure. From there, tabs. Songster is a great like website to use. A great app to use if you want to pay $5 a month for it, or $10 for the premium version. Um, but tabs are really helpful too. Which those are basically they look like sheet music, but they're basically like annotated. Like it shows you where to put your fingers on the actual like fretboard as opposed to like notes on a music sheet or what have you. So oh yeah, Marty Music or Marty Schwartz. I don't know, I don't remember what his YouTube channel goes by, but either one of those should get you to his YouTube page because he's a pretty big creator within the guitar community. Um, Guitar 365 is another good teacher on YouTube. He's covered, geez, almost any major rock and metal and a lot of like even like B tier rock and metal bands and songs on his channel, and he does full front to back tutorials, note for note for pretty much everything in a song. So that's depends on how far, how advanced eventually you want to get with it. He'll go through and he'll teach you everything. Um, I don't know anything from him, from King Diamond. But yeah, the trick is to make it look easy. Which I mean, I don't know. I guess at that point, it kind of just like comes natural to you. I still struggle with some things. It just depends. Also, I've like until yesterday, I hadn't picked up my guitar in almost 2 weeks because I was sick and then I was out of town, and then I still wasn't feeling great, and I was just busy once I came back. So now I'm finally getting back into the streams, getting back, trying to produce more content and stuff again. So hopefully a lot more soon. I know it. I had talked about doing a song review from the new Motley Crue song. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. I've not listened to it, but I could pull it up here in a second and give kind of a reaction to it. And at some point, I was probably going to talk about that Greta Van Fleet concert too. I was just kind of waiting for some of the regulars to hop in here because I know they would be interested in that. I kind of owe Greta Van Fleet a lot because they playing their songs kind of popped me off for a little bit. When I started streaming, I kind of built up a little bit of an audience doing Greta Van Fleet songs. And now coming back from their show, which was incredible, as me kind of wanting to learn more of their stuff. Let's see, I haven't actually played a full song on here tonight. Let's do that. I can do that next. I would do Inner Sandman if I knew it all the way through. I can give you the riff. All right, let's do it. Let's see. Where is it? Hey, Avery, what's up? My Motley Crue fan. Yeah, for sure. Well, like 80s Motley Crue. Hey, thank you so much, guys. Hey, and thank you so much for the roses. Let's see, I may restart the stream here. It's a little slow tonight. Hey, thank you so much, Larry. Yeah, I think I'm going to restart the stream. I'll be right back, guys. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Hey, thank you guys so much. Let me check my tuning. I think I'm kind of going out a little bit. Or maybe it was the the older recording. Sometimes they weren't tuned up correctly. Hey Emma, what's up? Robert, what is my favorite guitar? Probably this one right here, my Gibson SG, that I modified with the Floyd Rose on it. But I really do like the SG, like the body type. It's lightweight. You can get all the way up on the frets. Yeah, and plus it looks cool, in my opinion. Hey, what's going on? Hey, look, I've barely been live like the past like 2 or 3 weeks. I was sick, and then I was in Austin, Texas. Well, I was still kind of sick, and and then I came back, and I was just busy. It was just constant. So I haven't even been live until like yesterday afternoon. For yeah, probably almost 3 weeks. So I'm finally like getting back into it and playing some stuff. Hopefully gonna be adding new songs. I know I've been talking about doing some like new stuff on the streams too. I may do a review. I know Motley Crue put out a new song, so I've been talking about doing a. I haven't listened to it. I've heard bits and pieces of it, but I haven't listened to it. And doing like a kind of a live reaction. So I may do that in a little bit here. But hey, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. It was just, I wasn't like sick, like contagious sick. It was just allergies. It was sinuses. I was coughing my head off. I didn't have a voice. So now I can actually talk again, and I'm not like coughing 24/7. And it was like a full like 7 days of that. And then it finally broke. So. But yeah, doing a lot better. Play some ACDC, yeah, for sure. Hold on. Where did I get the hat? It's from a website called Dad Brand Apparel. And they have these like ball cap kind of hats with like different memes and stuff on it. I don't know. I thought this one was funny. I ought to get them to sponsor me or something because I wear their hats all the time and all the time on the streams and then lots of my videos and stuff. So reminder, I'm live on YouTube right now too. For anyone who's interested. Looks like it's been holding up. So, and it's nicer quality video over there. So definitely go check that out if you are interested. Looks like it's holding steady. I don't think I know what that is or who that is, or like I know the name, but I don't think I've ever watched that before. I think that's a movie, right? Oh yeah, so I saw them. I saw them play. How do you pronounce their? Is it Mirador? Is that the like how you pronounce the name of the band? They opened for, well, let's see, Jake, their guitarist from Greta Van Fleet is also, I guess that's like his side project. But they were the first opening band for Greta Van Fleet when I saw them in Austin. They had some good stuff. I actually need to look them up at some point and like sit down and listen to some of their songs. But they were the first ones that opened, and then another band. I think they were from New York, called Geese. They were the second opening band, They were interesting. I didn't pay too much attention to them. I was kind of by the time they started playing, I was back out in the lobby trying to buy merch. Um, but I did pretty much sit through all of Mirador. And they were really good. I like their stuff. I was in the hallway before they started playing, or while they started playing, before I got into the main like auditorium, and I could hear them like from the stage, and me and my buddies were like, "Hey, is that Greta Van Fleet? Are they starting? It's a little bit early." And I was like, "Yeah, the guitar sounds really similar. Like it's." I was like, I could almost swear that's the same guitar sound. And then when I we got out to the stage, because I was like, I don't recognize any of these songs, and I feel like I would. I've listened through all of their albums, all of Greta Van Fleet's albums before, so I feel like I would know their songs if I heard them, unless it's something new that they were dropping. Um, but yeah, no, that, and then we went out there. I was like, oh, I see. I forgot about this. But yeah, Geese was cool. They were a little bit different. I didn't sit through their whole like opening set, just because I was trying to. Everyone was finally sitting down in the auditorium, and I was like, "This is my moment. I can finally go out and buy the merch." If I would have known the merch vendors would have been still open after the show, I would have waited, because then I had to go through the whole concert with um, my poster in like all like wrapped up, and a T-shirt like wrapped around it. So I had to like put it in my seat and hope no one like squished it, which no one did, and it made it back home perfectly fine through TSA and the airplane and all of that. But yeah, yeah, I guess I could talk a little bit more about the Greta Van Fleet concert. Like it was, once we got, I mean, I was mind blown. Like I expected it to be good. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. Because like my gosh, like it was. I felt like I was listening to the songs from the record, but and then some. Because like they sound exactly like they do on the record. I have no idea if they had any kind of like backing track and stuff going on, but I imagine everything, at the very least, everything that was in the front of the mix of what they were playing was live, and all of that sounded absolutely incredible. Uh, if you have the opportunity to go see them, I cannot recommend them enough. I think they went for almost 2.5 hours when we saw them. We saw them when they were in Austin, Texas, on I think it was May 6th, something like that. Um, the pit experience is phenomenal. I actually knew someone who was in the pit there at the same time that we were there, but we were in the stands, and even from there, like holy crap! Again, it was an incredible experience. Their sound is amazing. Um, Josh's vocals, they're incredible on the record, but it's like one of those like, okay, how does that translate live? Because your performance in the studio is going to be your best take. So how does that translate to a live performance? And it 100% translated to a live performance, like over and beyond my expectations for what I was expecting out of a live performance. Being someone who listens to a lot of like live performance recordings from bands that I enjoy, and I don't think they've ever like released on their streaming platforms. Like I know there's recordings and videos and like high quality recordings of them like doing live performances, but not like, as far as I'm aware, on like Spotify and stuff like that. Hey, Michaela, what's going on? It's been a minute. Um, but so I'd never, other than like a few clips and stuff I'd seen, and of course you have that meme from a few years ago where Josh is singing at some event that they were doing, and he has like the voice crack, and that's when that big meme blew up all over TikTok, which kind of I think inadvertently helped them and exposed them to so many more people and really kind of like opened the floodgates for them and their popularity. Um, but yeah, experiencing that live, um, and again, like you're sitting there, they're playing like the Archer, which was one of the songs I was like, oh, I really hope they play that. Um, and then Jake takes the solo and extends it out for like 10 minutes. You're like, holy crap, this is incredible. Which is not obviously not a new thing for any live performance, but getting to watch that live was really cool. I'd never like gone to like something of that scale before. I've seen live performances before. I've you know more like local stuff or things of that nature. But I'd never like gone to like a big venue, a big place to go see a band perform like that. So I again, and then really they kind of like take a moment to give like all the members of the band a spotlight, from the keyboard to the drums to again the guitar. Everyone kind of gets like got like a moment to shine for like a good like 10 you know 10-15 minutes. I'm trying to think. They did a little like acoustic section at one point, probably about like 3/4 of the way through the performance. I'm trying to remember what song that they did that was acoustic, because it was from like their first or second album that wasn't an acoustic song, but then they started playing. Let me look up their first album, and they started playing it as a acoustic version. Um, was it? Uh, it might have been Black Smoke Rising. I'm pretty sure they played that one live when we were there. I was a little disappointed they did not play Safari Song. That was like my one like from their older albums, like the one song I wanted to hear, and they didn't play it. So a little disappointed, but I mean, um, it is what it is. Again, yeah, I was joking with my friends. I was like, they didn't play Safari Song. The whole thing was ruined. But no, like it was again like even without that, I mean every song that they played was incredible. Yeah, I think it was Black Smoke Rising. I think that was the one that they did. They did the acoustic version of. Um, but yeah, Michaela, I'll get back to that in just a second. I'll start doing covers in just a few minutes. Um, but again, yeah, I tickets were not outrageous for where we were sitting. Yeah, I was expecting a lot more, to be honest. And I think with the fee, ended up paying like 140 for tickets. The tickets themselves were $100, and then there was like a $40 fee from, I think it was StubHub, which is outrageous. But even still, was not as bad as I was expecting. And I'm like, me personally, I am fully fine with spending that amount on a ticket to go see it. Again, one a performance that was absolutely incredible, and knowing the current state of what music is, and like for these artists, where it's like, oh, you're not making your money back through album sales because no one's buying records, no one's buying CDs, no one's definitely buying these digital versions of the albums. The only people who are buying the albums like physical are going to be the record collectors that are going to probably put it on their wall. I'm one of them. So beyond that, you're not making really. You're probably not making your money back on even what it was to produce the album, much less to just make any kind of living off of that. So yeah, you hike your prices up for touring. You have to, stuff has to be more expensive. So again, and when it came to like buying the merchandise and stuff at the vendor, I was perfectly fine paying, probably more than I would have otherwise for some of the things that I bought there, which was a poster, which is really cool poster, and a tour T-shirt, something to bring back and remember. But yeah, all in all, I cannot recommend, if Greta Van Fleet comes anywhere close to you, or you think you're able to go see them live. I like I can't recommend them enough. Like they again, they sound exactly like they do on the record, and then some. And they take the song that you already know, and you're like, oh, this is incredible. And then they extend it out. They add extra stuff to it. And then just again, there's the stage presence, the stage show, the effects that they have on the stage. One thing I really appreciated is like it is just them. It's just the four members of the band on the stage. It's not, oh, we have the backup singers, we have the people over here doing a horn section or whatever. Like a lot of bands kind of have done in the past. I'm mostly thinking of Guns N' Roses from the mid '90s, who really went overboard with that. But like it is just them, those four, creating what you're watching. Again, I imagine even if there is some kind of like sound effects in the background, the vast majority of it was coming from them. But I like to believe all of it was coming from them, whether it was from the keyboards, guitar, drums, bass, vocals, what have you. Again, absolutely blew my mind. Cannot recommend them enough. If they come close to you, go see them. Yeah, it was an incredible experience. I'm so glad I was able to go. But and it just. It like has ignited for me kind of like wanting to go see more live performances, as much as possible now, because now that I've like had that experience, it's like, oh, like I get it now. It's one thing to like be a participant in it, like doing these live streams and stuff. And in the past when I have like played with other people like in person, there you do kind of feel that energy. You're like, oh, this is really great. This is really cool. Like there's no experience I can compare like playing the guitar while someone else is on the drums and someone else is on bass. Like there's this like you're speaking a language to each other. That's hard to kind of like describe if you haven't experienced that before. But to actually see something of that scale in person, was mind blowing in some ways. And again, of that caliber, specifically vocally, and that not only do they sound like that on the record, but they sound like that live. Incredible. And I would also say go see them as soon as possible, because when you're dealing with someone who is singing in those vocal ranges, as we've seen with other vocalists in the past, you probably get a good 15, 20, maybe years out of that before their voice starts to really start losing its edge, just because again you're singing at such a high pitch. How much damage does that do to your vocal cords over time? Granted, I don't think Josh is like singing at a more like raspy kind of edge to it either, so that may give him a little bit more longevity as opposed to an Axl Rose or someone like that. But go see them if you can. Cannot recommend them enough. Absolutely incredible performance. Do I ever play live venues? I don't. I help out with a coffee shop locally, and they've told me that if they ever open up their little spot for guitar players, I'll go play there. But otherwise, I kind of just like my, peace, I guess, like being able to go live whenever I want to, and I'm not like, rushing and trying to do stuff because I don't need to, like, financially. I don't need to. I do this. I do the streams because I enjoy it, and I enjoy getting to play to an audience. But I don't have the hassle of, oh, I need to pack up my amp. Oh, I gotta coordinate with the rest of the band. Oh, I need to work with the venue. I don't know if I was ever in a position where I could, and I knew people that I could like hook up with and like start playing with. I would definitely consider it. I would love to do it, to be honest. But I do recognize the practical end of it as well. And also what's realistic for me is I couldn't travel more than probably like an hour, 45 minutes on a weekend to go play anywhere. So it would have to be locally, but which I could find venues. But also where I live is not the greatest spot in the United States. So, yeah, I'd be picky about what venues I played at too. But, yeah, I mean, I'd definitely, if given the opportunity, I would love to, but it's not something I'm like actively pursuing right now either. Because I do enjoy producing the live streams and producing content like adjacent to it, like YouTube and the TikTok videos and whatnot. But yeah, so yeah, I think this is enough of me yapping. I know, but Kayla asked for Covet, so let's see here. When I'm, there we go. Hey, thank you guys. I don't know that one. I don't know either one of those. Sorry, guys. You are everything. I don't remember the rest of the words. Oh, there went Grudge Band. Hey, thank you so much, guys. I just realized. Hey, Lindsay, what's up? I was confused. I was confused by the username. Sweet Child of Mine. Let's see. I can do the opening to it. Hold on. Let's see. What else do I know from Guns N' Roses? I'm in drop D. Hold on. I'll probably go another like 30 minutes or so. Make it a full hour and a half tonight. What are y'all in the mood for? Hey, what's going on, J Dragon? I'm just looking at the chat here on YouTube. Can I do Seven Nation Army? I have no idea how old your chat is. But yeah, I can do that. Let's see, how's it go? Nice, nice. I'm glad I caught you. Hey, nice to see a familiar face on YouTube. Sorry about that. I had the chat closed here. I don't know the full song, but I do know that one. I'll try to keep the chat a little bit more open over here. I do know that one. I do know that one. Let's see. Hey, Michaela, look, I think you just missed it. That was the last song I played. But yeah, let's see. I'll do a. Do I want to know?
Been wondering if your heart's still open, and if so, I wanna know what time it should. Simmer down and poker up. I'm sorry to interrupt, it's just I'm constantly on the go. I don't know if you feel the same as I do. If you wanted to, if this feeling flows both ways, so hoping that you'd stay. Right now it's the man who made the same things that you can't say tomorrow. Crawling back to you.
It's been a minute since I played that. Hey, appreciate it, J Dragon. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Let's see. How's it go? Hey, appreciate it, dude. Let's see. What do we want to do next? What's the vibe? What are we feeling? Master of Puppets, I can do the riff. Let's see. Hey, appreciate it. We could do some, I wasn't gonna say AC/DC. Some Metallica. Let's see. Where's, and there it is, Sad But True. See if I can get this solo. It's been a while. I completely forgot what it was. Hey, thank you so much, J Dragon. Hey, thank you guys so much. Let's see. I'll probably do one more song tonight. Um, what are y'all thinking? What's the vibe? What's the mood? We're gonna do 80s. We're gonna do 90s grunge. So yeah, Alistair, I see you were asking about Seven Nation Army. I don't know if you're still in the chat. I know the riff. I just don't know the whole song all the way through. Let's see. We'll end on this one. This is a fun one. Oh, didn't mean for that to start playing. All right, awesome, guys. Thank you guys so much. I think I'm about to hop off here. Don't forget, if you're new, hit that follow button. Be sure to follow on all the socials, YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, because if TikTok goes away, I will be probably exclusively streaming on YouTube, at least until something else pops up that's like TikTok, similar or whatever. Um, I'm not gonna do the whole streaming on Instagram. I don't think anyone watches those. So, which I was streaming on YouTube tonight, by the way. So be sure to subscribe over there, because I'm gonna try to start being consistent with streaming on both here on TikTok and on YouTube at the same time. So be sure to check those out as well. But hey, thank you, Robert. Don't forget and check out the sticker store in the link tree. One for $1.50, five for $5. Free shipping on everything. Hey, thank you. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, be sure to follow on, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Instagram. Hit the follow button here, because I'm still gonna be streaming here as long as I can. So thank you guys so much. I think I got a good little section out of here too, so I'd be checking YouTube as well for a full YouTube video coming soon, talking about the Greta Van Fleet concert. If you missed that, so hopefully in the next like couple days, maybe sometime over the weekend, that will go up. So thank you guys so much. Y'all are awesome. I hope everyone has a good night, and I will catch you all in the next one. Hopefully sooner than it has been lately. So bye guys. Y'all have a good one.